everybody, it's Jess with CryptoClear introducing you with Xenophon DAO, DeFi 2.0. A little bit about Xenophon. Xenophon is a decentralized DeFi 2.0 based on XPH currency. The goal is to establish a currency system that is not controlled by policies, which can be used to improvise the stability of currency and optimize prices consistency. As a result, XPH tokens become universal accounting unit and a medium of exchanges for the value of user assets. You can understand it as the United States dollar in the decentralized network world as the value anchored asset. First of all, Xenophon is built by the community and DAO. There is no factor that can control it, and it will not change by the US dollar or other countries' flat currency due to policies and other factors, contrary to the centralized financial system. For example, the US dollar relies on the powerful Federal Reserve. All assets linked to the US dollar will be affected by changes in the US dollar price. SPH does not rely on any artificial or centralized institution. It will be linked to the decentralized token BUSD and establish a treasury, and will gradually transition to decentralized assets such as ETH and BTC, eventually forming a fully decentralized global asset reserve. Let's talk about the background and vision of Xenophon. As you can see, Xenophon operates in the form of DAO. The members are currently excellent practitioners from the global blockchain industry. We look forward to more organization members to join Xenophon DAO. Contact us to jointly promote this social practice. Our vision is to make everything open and transparent through DAO governance. Eliminate the oppression of power, let everyone freely express their opinion, be loyal to their own choices, and let democracy truly practice. You're wondering, how do we get revenue, or how to better allocate funds to get better revenue? Let's look down here. Stacking compound interest. The APX mechanism will increase the balance exponentially, assuming that the daily compound interest is 2%. If you start with a balance of 1 XPH on the first day, after 1 year, your balance will grow about to 1,377 XPH. How the market prices fluctuate, you will have a certain profit range, and the higher the price, the greater the value you get. The risk-free asset value, RFV, is just a process that promotes the relative safety and continuous accumulation of treasury assets, and finally form a medium of exchanges agreement that tend to reserve. If we look at the diagram, you can see the cost difference below. The green represents the margin by staking profit, and the yellow represents the profit margin of buying bonds. If you have any questions about this whole project, just message us. We have a Twitter, a Facebook. I'll show you guys all about it after. We can explain it to you better. We have better diagrams that can help you understand how it fluctuates. If you're curious about the name of Xenophon, how did it come from? Xenophon is a name taken from an ancient scholar of Athens. He was a student of Socrates and an outstanding literary historian. He was the first scholar to put forward the term economy. Therefore, we borrowed his name to pay tribute to him and hope that we can create a new kind of prosperous economy ecology. Xenophon's goal is to establish a currency system that is not controlled by policies, specifically through the DAO form, and a treasury to control the operation and market performance of the XPH token to the highest degree. XPH is the economic token of Xenophon. In the long run, we have reason to believe that this currency system can be used to improve the scalability and optimize the consistency of currency prices, so that the XPH becomes a unit of account and a medium of exchanges for users' asset values. In the short term, we intend to continuously optimize the system to achieve user growth while creating long-term wealth value for them. If you're wondering, is XPH a stable coin? No, XPH is not a stable currency. On the contrary, XPH hopes to become an algorithmic reserve currency backed by other decentralized assets, similar to the idea of the gold standard. The value of the XPH will depend on the huge decentralized financial market demand, which may be 1 BUSD or 100 BUSD. There are two ways to obtain XPH. Number 1, you can choose to buy XPH from the BUSD XPH pool on PancakeSwap. and then stake XPH to Xenophon to get more XPH. Number 2. You can also purchase bonds directly on the Xenophon platform at a discounted price to get XPH, and stake XPH again to get more XPH. Later, we will add another trading pool and support the other currencies to buy bonds. Xenophon is currently deployed on BSC. As for the future development, we will plan and deploy through the voting method of DAO members based on the voice of the community. Combining with layer 2 is also a part of our planning. The meticulously designed mechanism of Xenophon. Another similar site is Olympus DAO. They're very comparable, although the features on Xenophon offers are a bit better. This is Olympus DAO if you want to go check it out to compare them, and they're both finance sites and very similar. This gives you a little comparable to look at and to see. This is called Olympus DAO. That's the site. It's very simple. Type it in and you can compare it and see the differences. Xenophon has the following highlights: permanently lock in large amounts of liquidity, positive correlation between liquidity and price, increased participation by introducing a second dominant strategy with completely different risk characteristics compared to buy and stake, increased the profit of the protocol by adding a second mechanism to burn XPH pull LP. The treasury balance sheet is populated by marking the value of LP securities at equilibrium. Their value is higher than the price at any time, equal $1. This means that the intrinsic value of XPH has a lower limit at 1 BUSD, and the protocol is marked at this lower limit. Increase staking profits by deferring LP reward to a separate mechanism so that we can keep all protocols profit for stakers. We know that many outstanding projects will do some airdrop to early users in the community. Will Xenophon have an airdrop plan? Yes. In order to carry out the market operation in the early stages, Xenophon will issue a certain amount of reward OXPH for the needs of early market development. After going online, OXPH will be mapped to XPH according to a certain proportion. We hope that more community members can participate in the ecological construction and liquidity provision of Xenophon DAO. About Xenophon token economic model. In the early stage of XPS, funds were mainly raised through IDO. The minting and circulation in this way are completely determined by market supply and demand. This is completely a decentralized economic model led by global market. Therefore, we also maintain our original intentions and will not interfere with any market behavior. In order to carry out the market operation in the early stages, Xenophon will issue a certain amount OXPH for the needs of the early market development. After going online, OXPH will be mapped to XPH according to a certain proportion. We will not issue too many OXPH, so it is always in a state of shortage. Of course, this is also to further promote market confidence. A little bit more about Xenophon DAO funding pool. DAO funding pool allocation plan is divided into 4 parts. Team, mainly used for the technical development of the team. DAO governance, market advocacy and development. Advisors, used to award to the advisors who contribute to the product. Investment institutions, early investment institutions used as treasury saving funds. Regarding the use of the above, it will be allowed to be implemented only through the community DAO mechanism to vote and agree. This is the part where I'm going to tell you how users participate in gaining revenue. In fact, here we have to mention a 3-3 game theory. 3-3 is a result of the game theory matrix describing the incentive structure of Xenophon DAO. 3-3 is a win-win situation. Users can generally perform 3 operations: staking, bonding, and selling. Staking and bonding are considered to be beneficial to the protocol itself, while selling is considered to be detrimental to the protocol. Both staking and selling will cause price changes, but bonding will not. We believe that buying XPH from the market is a prerequisite for staking. which leads to price changes. If these two actions are beneficial, then participants in mobile prices also get half of the benefit, which is +1. If these two behaviors are contradictory, the bad guys who change the price get half the benefit, which is +1, and the good guys who change the price get half the benefit, which is -1. If both of these actions are unfavorable, which means that both participants are selling, then they will both get half of the negative impact, -1. Therefore, after stopping selling, users who perform staking and bonding will get profit. If you're asking the question of how does Xenophon maintain the continuity of liquidity through the agreement, regarding the question, part of the answer has been given previously. That is, users can achieve the greatest win-win situation without compromising. Of course, this is also the most ideal state. This kind of market behavior still has certain uncontrollable factors. In order to ensure the best situation, we will stabilize the market in the early stage, whether it is staking or purchasing securities. Profit margin and long-term value will drive users to choose such kinds of operations, as they will want to get more benefits. Secondly, we will continue to cooperate with dApps in the DeFi field to expand the application scenarios and economic effects of XPH. As far as I know, Xenophon is about to launch IDO. How can users participate? Regarding the Xenophon community IDO, we plan to launch it November 29, 2001 on our official website, which is this one right here. Before this, we will conduct the IDO by screening 200 whitelisted users. At present, the whitelist campaign has begun. Go visit and submit the form right here. Go visit the whitelist campaign. Here we have 2,040 total entries. 2 days left. Xenophon whitelist campaign. Launch information November 21st to November 28th, 2021. Whitelist subscription date Monday, November 29th. There's only 200 winners can participate in the subscription. As you can see here, you can see the growth of users since our official website was launched, which means that many people paid attention to it from the beginning. Xenophon will launch the whitelist IDO on November 29, 2021. Users must complete the following tasks and participate in the entries competition, among which top 200 will be eligible for the whitelist. Xenophon is a major social practice of DeFi 2.0. We look forward to more global community members to join Xenophon DAO, important for the development of the project. The following is a description of the election rules for the IDO whitelist campaign. Log in using one of these 5, or you can even pick 2 of them or 3 of them, or if you have all 5, do it. Better chances. Look at their Twitter. To be eligible, check out their Facebook, their Google, their Twitter. If you go on their Twitter, you can go log in, follow them, and their Telegram. They have 4,964 members, 297 online. View in Telegram, this is always good to have to keep updated, and you have it all there. You're welcome, guys. Bye.